great day of football. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs are going to play in this year's Super Bowl 2 weeks from today. Chiefs-Bills just ended. Really quickly, Washington and Philly. Look, Washington, if you're not as good as your opponent and you turn the football over 4 times, you're going to get beat by 30, and that's exactly what happened today. The Eagles were the better roster, more experienced, all those things, and they played better, right? They didn't make 4 big mistakes the same way that the Commanders did. In terms of how the Commanders played, I thought they played fine, but if you're going to turn the football over 4 times to a team that's better than you are, you're not going to win, and it's really as simple as that. Bills and Chiefs. Let's talk about the game that everyone is going to be talking about for the next week, really the next 2 weeks, right? People are going to make this case about how close the Bills were. Oh, the Bills are so close. They only lost by 3. Had the ball with 2 minutes left. Spagnuolo, though, he did what he does. He dialed it up, and he did, right? That was a great call. Been saving that blitz all night. He sends it. Josh Allen throws up a prayer. Dalton Kincaid can't make the catch. Tough catch to make, but one that, if you want to play in the Super Bowl, you have to make, because that is a play that the Chiefs would have made somehow, some way. I don't know who would have made the play, but they would have found a way to do it. Once again, people are going to try and tell you that the Bills were close. They only lost by 3. That game was not close. That game should have been a blowout. No way around it. The Bills gave the Chiefs opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to take firm control of that game. And the Chiefs are just like, nah, we'll just rip your soul out later. And that's exactly what they did. I'm sure several people in Buffalo died when that ball hit the turf, and probably a few more when P. Ryan, was able to pick up that first down on 3rd and 9. And the reason why I say that I didn't feel like this game was close, and the reason why I say the Bills got lucky that it was this close, is because of how many times they put the football in harm's way. That first drive alone, Josh Allen threw 2 balls that hit Cook in the hands. Strong safety for the Chiefs. Later in the game, the Bills would go on to fumble the football 4 times. And somehow, some way, the ball squirted back to them, and they were able to jump on it and recover it. Once again, the Bills gave the Chiefs so many opportunities to force turnovers and take pretty firm control of that game. Okay, and then to the Bills' credit, the one time that the Chiefs did that, because Mahomes, I thought, did a really good job of not putting the ball in harm's way, except for, obviously, the fumbled exchange. Ed Oliver finds a way to jump on it. The Bills go down the field. They score, and it's like, all right, this is going to be a great game. And it was, because it was close, but I really think that the Bills got lucky in how close this game was. With that being said, Chiefs, they found a way, because that's just what they do. They continue to find a way, and it's just the same thing with the Chiefs. Okay, Patrick Mahomes scrambling for important first downs in this game, not 1 but 2 touchdowns, finding Travis Kelce on important downs. But the star of this game was Xavier Worthy. They take him in the first round. They trade with the Bills to make the pick, which makes it even better. And he goes for 6 receptions, 85 yards, and a touchdown, along with 2 carries for 16 yards. He was just very impactful, right? And when you hit on first-round picks, it helps you sustain a dynasty like it has with the Chiefs. So Xavier Worthy, I thought, was the non-Patrick Mahomes star in this game, because there's always one in these big games for the Chiefs, and the idea of Xavier Worthy and Rice on the same field with Mahomes slinging it all over the place next year is not a fun idea at all for AFC teams. One more thing on the Bills, and then we'll wrap up. The one issue that I have with them game plan-wise, they didn't run the football enough. They ran the ball whenever they wanted to in the second half, and in the first half they had some pretty good success doing it as well. The fact that James Cook only had 13 carries. Okay, late in the season, they were saving him for these games, for these important games against the Kansas City Chiefs to finally break through and make the playoffs. They only ran him 13 times. He ran for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. When your best running back is averaging 6.5 yards a carry, you have to give him the football more than 13 times. And I get it, Josh Allen, he's your guy, put the football in his hands. The fact that they threw it 34 times, I have no issue with. But how about on 4th and short, instead of running this predictable quarterback sneak to the left, everyone watching that game who had watched the Bills all year long knew that Josh Allen was going to QB sneak the ball to the left. There was zero doubt in anybody's mind. And the Bills were like, we're going to do it anyway. And Chris Jones and the rest of this tough Kansas City Chiefs front was able to stop them twice, and that was a big deal, right? That 4th and inches where, the call could have gone either way. The Chiefs found a way to get a stop there, and when that happened, the game really felt like it was over. Of course, the Bills had a chance late, but Spags, he dials it up, and that ended up being it. So the Bills lost this game because they weren't physical enough, and they didn't deserve to win this game with the number of times that they put the football in harm's way. Like, they really should have gotten blown out. The Chiefs were just incapable of capitalizing on the 6 opportunities they had to generate a takeaway. So, speaking of takeaway, those are mine. You might disagree. If you do, please tell me in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch the video. I'll have more stuff coming up, as the Super Bowl approaches. I'll have stuff, on the NBA between now and then as well. Can't wait to continue to do all those videos. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, do all those things, and I'll talk to you again soon.